It must be rough to eat dust and keep up because he just flies. My whole life has been losses, had no guidance and no caution. Like Joe Biden, I broke laws and my soul crying, need throat lozenge. I got mad fam, the flow got them. I'm not Batman, so it's gonna cost them. I got baggage, I'ma go Boston. Cannot track it, happens so often. I assault when I'm insulted, line them all across the wall. Light them up and watch them falling like my calling, problem solving. Working on my mind, work is on my mind. If I'm not first then I'm behind. Gotta be alert cause I be high. When are we gonna learn? We'll all be dirt. It's almost time now. I could laugh loud. Life's a madhouse. Hey, get tough cause it doesn't ease up. If living can teach, I'm finna get me a C+. When enemies just Twitter and E-Musk. Thinking it's sweet, you getting infinite sleep, bruh. Rinse and repeat. What they sung, what they tongue seem to be leading the nation.
What's good?
Song. We poor, gotta pay some to make none. If we can see more than a page front, you can't run. Keep the peace, I can't be without my machinery. Demons doubting my deity, dreaming about them deleting me. Dying to do them dirty, get deep and drown. You ain't seeing me, I ain't not even worried. Just be a clown in my scenery. Grind like I'm in a hurry. Feed my child by eating beats, feeling powerful. Being me, evil cowards when meeting me. Wreaking power to pieces to be a tower. The peak is between the clouds. A peaking is reaching out, I'm peaceful. Working on my mind. Work is on my mind. If I'm not first,
That is the recipe to destroy your country, is to shut it down. Don't do that again. And don't make people put fucking dirty masks on.
Nice.
I'm sick of it, man. I'm fucking sick of it. I will not do it again. That is the
Let's go.
recipe to destroy your country.
Toy Mafia, yo, what's good? That's my summer jam right there, Flaw Dizza. He popped up on Twitter one day and posted a clip of this song before he had done the recorded version of it. So this is Madhouse by Flawdzilla, and you've probably seen him on with Adam Krigler, and he has a great channel. The dude is dope. And then you hear Ian, and it's like, dang, I gotta make sure I don't wake my wife up, man. Ian, you're gonna get me too hype up in here. This is my dude right here, Ian. He's one of the most real type dudes out there. And Ian's had enough. I've had enough myself. Ian's had enough.
That is the recipe to destroy your country, is to shut it down. Don't do that again.
Preach.
And don't make people put fucking dirty masks on.
Nice.
I'm sick of it, man. I'm fucking sick of it. I will not do it again.
You hear that, Joe?
That is the recipe to destroy your country, is to shut it down.
You hear that, Joe? That's the kind of energy we got right now. It's really more local, but it starts out with the federal government. And I think Ian's had enough. I think Ian speaks for us all. And look who we've got here backstage. Like, what is this? What is this? Ray Studio. He looking like he's owned the Dallas Cowboys or something. What's good, bro?
Doing fine, brother. How you doing?
Are you on? Let me see. Do I have your mic up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. Is there something going on?
Friend of show, Ray Studios, host of the Ray Infinity Show. What's up?
Doing fine. What have you been up to lately?
It's been a minute. I don't hear. Let me see. Let me see if it's me. Hold on.
You don't hear it?
That's my music.
You can't hear me?
I don't hear anything.
You can't hear me?
It might be on your end. He's gonna fix his audio. Boy, Ray, you own the Dallas Cowboys. Why is your audio not working? I don't know if he can hear me.
I can hear you perfectly.
No, I can't hear it. I can't hear you. I don't know what mixer he's using. But I like the look, man. The look is dope, for real. He's got the hat going with the shades. Then he got the flag in the background. Man, I got to get my game right. Ray Studios. We got a couple topics we want to talk about. I'm going to try to, if I can, go on I'm gonna try to go on most nights. Tomorrow night, believe it or not, I'm gonna be at I'm gonna be otherwise obligated. I'll let y'all know afterwards where I went. You probably won't be able to guess where I'm going. I'm too old to
Can
be
you hear
doing
me
the
now?
stuff that I'm gonna be doing tomorrow night. But I'll let y'all know how it goes
Can you hear me now?
after the fact. Oh, Ray has a thumbnail. Shoot, I didn't see it, Ray. So I'm late on the thumbnail. But it's all good. I can use it for another video. I'm working and I didn't even plan for this one. I didn't even plan the topics. Well, we know what topics we got, but I didn't even plan out my thoughts on them. I don't know if it's me or you though. I
can
got
hear
you
you.
on this thing. Oh, you think okay, he thinks he knows you. He thinks he knows what's up. Oh, you can't hear him. Oh, wait, hold on. It's me. It's me. Hold on. Hold on. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Do I need to pod? Keep talking, Ray. I'm tripping. They said they can hear you. Wow. Hold on. Hold on. See, I have a whole setup now where I don't touch it, so I don't have to worry about this.
How about this? Can you hear me?
They said they can hear you. Wow. That's weird. Let me pot up some music while I figure that out. Hold on.
I'm Reggie rolling 'cause I'm broker than a bitch. Still got trust issues from my old relationships. How Molly puts up with my crazy ass. I don't know if I was her, I would've walked the fuck out a long time ago. 'Cause I'm kind of a prick. I'm seeing every single line that I spit. I'm trying to leave that grimy shit behind me, but it's trying to resist. My majority is kicking in, love release a bitch, and morally is impotent. Wish that I could tell you all the shit I wanna do to wear it out right.
I can hear you, man. I don't understand. I can hear you fine. Okay. Okay.
Listening. Now I ain't trying to catch no charges, Molly. How the fuck you get so gorgeous? Still waiting on my phone call from Cali, but baby, we the best regardless. Never thought I would witness this, let alone be the one to get this bitch. 5 years straight, my dick been the only gift on this bitch's Christmas list. Shit, I put her through so much, I'm feeling guilty now. But who would've thought that she forgive my triflingness and still be down? Opposites attract, I must be the baddest man alive. 'Cause my bitch is the greatest, she gon'
How about now?
She play this, I know. Just make sure everybody know that Molly is my girl. I ain't never letting go. She run through my mind in first place. Love me on my worst day. You might ride or die, don't care what anyone on earth say. Just make sure everybody know that Molly is my girl. I ain't never letting go. She run through my mind in first place. Love me on my worst day.
Is it me or
Wow. So yeah, it is on my end. Hold on. Why can I not hear?
I think this can't be real. I'm no longer numb with you. I'm no longer number two. And I bonded something else, like the blacks and drug abuse. And the saddest that may be, that's just actually the truth. Since your name is Molly and I'm fucking addicted.
Mic check. Mic check.
I can hear you fine.
Love you more than life, don't ever fucking question that. If you the shirt above my back, you tatted on my chest. In fact, my ex is acting extra trash, confessing that she messed up at expressing how depressed she's been since I just went and left her ass. Rather be wrecking the track, 'cause off of this rap, niggas is getting the cash. Reality setting it fast, I'd rather adapt than sit here regretting the past.
I am tripping. Sorry. Hold on 1 second. I don't know why I can't. Late night. Greg Wilson, what's up? Ray, so say something again.
I can hear you
Hey,
fine, man.
Hold on. Let me. You know
I can
what?
hear
I
you
wonder if
fine.
I have something. I have it muted. Hold on. I think I muted my website. Bruh, it's too late, man. I'm too old for this. Hold on, Ray. Okay, go now.
How about now?
Bruh, I'm too old for this. I got you now. That's what it is, man. It's like, I think God's telling me, like, man, hand this off to the young bucks like yourself, man. That's what my role is gonna be, Ray.
Hey,
It's to be like,
well-
how could I help you?
That's why I've been I wanted to talk to you about, like, maybe how about you have your own website? How about we create our own little website? Like, how about we merge our entire archives together?
Let's do it. Yeah, I got to find a quick way to do it because I was putting your videos up on the website. So we got to talk about how to
right.
roll that out.
Mind if I stream this to my channel?
Oh
Tim?
no, yeah, you should be able to
Well,
stream.
I know,
Yeah.
but I'm still asking for permission first.
Okay. This young man is the nice. I mean, that's a gentleman right there, man. Yeah, you can.
My family from Tennessee, so
Yes.
so
Do y'all know why I couldn't hear? Do you know why I couldn't hear Ray? Because in Chrome I had the tab muted. That's why I couldn't hear Ray. So I'm gonna try to do these lives. I'm gonna try to do lives as much as I can at night. Now we'll see how that goes. Tomorrow's going to be a unique one. I won't be able to do it. Normally I will, but Ray, yeah, we got some stuff to talk about, man. How you feeling tonight?
Doing fine. Yeah, I really wanted you to use that thumbnail I sent you, man. That was pull it up real quick so the audience can see it. There's a reason why.
Let's take a look at this here. Ray sent me.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Ray sent me a thumbnail. Let me go see if I can pull it up real quick.
Yeah, it's funny, man.
Did you make that?
No, I didn't make that.
Oh, okay.
I found it on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Twitter is good for that kind of stuff, man. The memes are crazy. So here it is. I'm gonna share my screen right here. This is the kind of mood we in right now. Ryan Smars. It has been, I don't know, has it been 4 months, Ryan?
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Man, it's been a minute, but I'm going to try to be more consistent, though. That's the big thing. Burn back better. Ooh. I seen some memes on it, man. Did you see that one? There was a meme that was like, you ever seen a meme when you're like, damn, that meme is kind of harsh, and that's what that one is. I seen one earlier today. I think it said something like elites watching their property get cleared, and it had somebody that kind of looked like Oprah, but it wasn't Oprah. Let me show you real quick.
The darkest memes I saw were remember that we're during the Titanic submarine event. Those were the darkest memes I ever seen.
Yep. This one right here says elites. Yeah, it says elites waiting for their new property to clear. And it's a woman in a high rise or whatever, high up.
Speaking of that, did you know that there are a lot of people who own like land, a bunch of like mansions on that island? And guess what? No fire got even touched that area, and it went right next to it, and it didn't touch it. So, how is this just a huge coincidence? I can't buy that. I can't. I just can't.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't really have an opinion just because I'm ignorant on it. It's not that I'd love to have an opinion. I'm ignorant, and this is what you're referring to, Ray. I saw this link here too, where I believe this is it, where they're showing like where it missed. Brand new helicopter footage flying over. How do you pronounce it? Lahaina?
Mahana?
I don't even know how to pronounce it. Sorry.
Lahaina. I don't know. I'll just botch it. So
in Maui, Hawaii, and I've heard people talking about it. I should know how to pronounce it. First responder for 20 plus years said, "I have never seen a house burnt to the slab, but the grass stayed green and untouched." I'm not making any claims. I'm just sharing you what's going on online. There's all kinds of whatever psyops going on. Here you go. So it's a helicopter. It's kind of showing you that like it's very precise what burned, what didn't. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, man. But I'll say this: if it means something, we're in a place that I didn't even know we would get to this quickly. But I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of curious things going on right there. A lot of it.
What I'll say is there's no trust. The trust is absolutely gone. So whatever they're telling me and telling us, I don't believe it. They're trying to bring the pandemic back. So there's nothing that they could tell me that I would trust on face. Now, I will, if I can verify and it's true, I'll say it's true. Just because, when I say when you say they, I think we can break that down to BlackRock, right? I mean, we could break that down to the few companies that own damn near everything in this country. So when I say they, whatever they tell us, I don't necessarily believe it, but it could be accurate too.
Yep.
Yeah. What did you think about Joe Biden? And I don't even know what to believe because I don't watch too much mainstream and they don't show everything. And then I watch stuff online, and they do the AI deepfakes are really good now. Did Joe Biden fall asleep, or was he sleepy, Joe Biden, or do you know what happened with that?
I don't know the full details, but I saw the video where like he just fell asleep at some, I believe it was some dinner. It could be wrong, but I believe it was some dinner, and he just fell asleep in the middle of it for no reason whatsoever. So
Yeah, so one of the Krasenstein's brothers, and the reason why I'm going to the Krasenstein's brothers is because they're corporate shills. So just to get the video, I got tricked the other day, Ray, and one of the memesters had done the video of Ron DeSantis at the Iowa State Fair,
wow.
and they dubbed in the sound of the crowd saying "We want Trump." I don't even know when it was real, when it wasn't. And I was like, and I tweeted, I was like, damn, Ron DeSantis let them chant "We want Trump," and he never acknowledged it. Why? Because it was never there. So it's like, you just gotta be careful, man. I issued a public apology and everything, like, but
You don't want them to sue you like they did to Alex Jones.
I wasn't even worried. Honestly, I'm not even worried about the suing stuff. I'm honestly didn't know. It was my bad. Like that's what I was on. But here's what Ed did, and we can get to some other stuff here. But since we were on that topic, and he's a shill, so I'm trying to steel man the other argument. So he's saying he went on a long diatribe about Sleepy Joe. He said that people said he fell asleep. This is false. When you actually watch the longer clip, you can see he obviously wasn't sleeping. And I watched this clip, and I honestly still don't know. Let me show you what we're seeing here.
I'm so
getting clothes, food, and shelter.
So they could have freeze framed it, and it looks like he fell asleep.
possible, but still though.
I don't know if he's praying or if he really did fall asleep.
No, he's not. He's not praying. There's no way.
Whether by blood.
I don't know. Either way, does that look like a leader, the leader of the free world? Does that look like a...
Who says we're a free world anymore? So,
yeah, that's a good point. He does look like the leader of whatever we are. He does look like the leader of it.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like the leader of a South Park episode.
Exactly. Ray, doesn't it feel like we're living a South Park episode?
I tell people that all the time.
No, man, we living in a real life South Park episode. What's up, everybody stopping by? Late night, man. East Coast is kind of late. Ray, how you feeling, man? What's good? What do you need to tell the people before we start talk about these topics and all that, man? You got the dope look going, man. I like that.
Well,
just crisp.
The southern western feel.
Yes,
that's
sir.
That's my personality. Like I literally outside of work, this is how I dress. Actually,
do it, man, because you can tell it fits naturally, man. It looks, you ready for football season then, huh?
Yeah. We can talk a little bit about football before we actually start, if you don't mind.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't watched. I don't know anything. Please go ahead. What's up? What's going on with football?
I'm still not drinking the Kool-Aid on the Cowboys this year. I'll never do that again. I'm not doing that. I just can't.
So let me ask you, because I have no idea what's going on. Is it that time of the year where everything's like, we got this dude? Who did they get? Like,
I'm never doing that again. I can't.
That's kind of like us for the. Well, you didn't fall for the midterms, but I fell for the midterms. I'm not doing that again.
I fell for the midterms.
No, wait, what?
Yes, I did.
But you were the one that told me.
Yeah, I said it was going to. The Republicans were going to sweep it, for the most part.
Okay, I thought you were right. I was the one that was all like the red way.
That's 2024. I said I'm not falling for that.
Yeah, I'm not falling for the next one. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
They had me looking like a fool in 2022 because I had the thumb. I was like the red wave, and we kind of had the live going. We were ready. So, but it's just like football, where it's like the Browns every year in the offseason. The Browns going to do something. The Cowboys going to do something.
Yeah, well, the Cowboys have the roster and the talent. There's only one thing they did. One thing.
What's that?
It's Dak. Like, he single-handedly cost them the playoff game against the 49ers this past year.
Man, y'all can't let that go. Man, he had a good year too, didn't he?
You want to know why?
Yeah.
Almost every day since that game, I've literally thought about that game almost every day since. Almost every day.
Well, that's good, man.
You don't know how hurt I was after that game. You have no idea. Because
that was a tough one.
Because literally everyone showed up and did their job except Dak. Everyone did.
That's too bad, man. That's a lot of weight on your shoulder.
guess
Ryan,
what?
What's up?
The Cowboys official Twitter account actually blamed Dak after the game too.
Wow, that's wild.
Like
I don't like that.
I can bring the tweet up too, so you guys can see it. One second.
Yeah, I don't like that. Don't throw your people under the bus. Ryan
Well, Dak-
Smart.
Well, they didn't lie because Dak cost them the game.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Keep that. Yeah, like I don't throw my own teammate under the bus, man. That's kind of crazy.
Well, if at work, if everyone does their job and one person doesn't do it, you all get blamed for it. So
no, man, you can't do that. Like I can't. I mean, I don't blame you. I didn't watch I don't think I remember the game. I don't think I watched it though. But
I don't think you did. I'm trying to find that
because we talked about it. You broke it down for me. That's why I kind of felt like I watched it. Probably. I think I saw a little bit of stories on it. But Ryan Smart says, "Mega Swami Tsunami." Those are bars. Ryan Smart, how you come back with some bars like some Mega Swami Tsunami?
Yep, I found it. Here it is.
Let's see from
this, and they posted this right after the game too.
This is your typical football fan. I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. We're the same way. The whole new season started. We still going back to tweets from last year.
And this is the Cowboys official Twitter account. Yeah, it's right down there.
Sorry. I keep forgetting. I have to bring it up.
Yeah, and like this is real, 100% verified. And from the Cowboys official Twitter account, and it actually says this: Dak Prescott gave away the ball twice in the narrow loss to the 49ers. In a matchup the Cowboys had a chance to win if they didn't again generate self-inflicted wounds.
Wow.
And they have a picture of Dak down. I'm looking at an iPad looking miserable.
Is that tweet still live?
Yep.
Wow.
It's been there ever since, and they haven't taken it down.
What's that? They haven't taken it down.
I almost guarantee you this. I think Jerry Jones was literally standing over the employee's shoulder while that was being typed out.
So yeah, you're right. You got it.
Jerry had to have given the.
Oh yeah.
Jerry had to have given the okay for that. Otherwise, There's no way that would have gone up.
Absolutely, there's no doubt about that.
And if you saw him after the game, he said he was sick multiple times.
Yep, man, that's how it is, man. Sometimes it's almost like a video game. You get to that final boss or that final level, you can't make it over. So you're gonna have to start from over. You're gonna start from scratch. There's no save option. Hey, Cowboys, if you get down there and you almost get to the Super Bowl, there's no save option. You better get that job done.
Yeah. So, yeah.
We're having beef in the chat though right now. Let's keep it. No, there's no problems. But
1 second, middle MAGA. I'm getting ready to share this to my stuff now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Take your time. We just talking about the chat right now. Everybody. Derrick Henry is. Where is Derrick Henry still with the Titans?
Yes.
That dude is a beast, man. One of my favorite players to watch. Big running back. I always like the Titans. I pick the Titans every year since probably the last 2-3 years. I picked them to go to the Super Bowl every single year. They're a great team. I don't know what they got this year, but I don't know if their quarterback's good enough. But Barton Bella said, "Lord, more like Obama Swami." So Ray, after you get your stuff, I want to hear. I haven't heard your take on Vivek Ramaswamy. So after get your thoughts together. Now he released this video, and I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw this video, I thought it was just some random midget, like a little person. I didn't know. I couldn't tell it was him, and I was like, "Did somebody hack Vivek?" Because he look all small because it's far away. I don't know why he looks that short. I don't know how tall he is, but I was like, "Is that like a TikTok of like some little person or something?" And no, it was him, and he has no shirt on. And he's doing topspin forehands. This is a little weird, isn't it?
Wow. So yeah.
Okay. I used to play tennis. The grip.
Oh my God, no. I can't understand why anyone likes tennis.
I loved it. Well, I grew up playing tennis, middle school, high school. So it's just that thing. When you get up and you learn playing it, you just get into it. Those are good forehands. I mean, those are good. That's very good form, and it's an open forehand form, knees bent, top spin over. Oh, those are beasts. No backhands though. But Barta, he did that. Barton Bella, he did that for you. Do you like it or not? It sounds like she's not buying it. Or I don't know. Is Barton a she or he? But
I don't know actually.
and so let me clear that up. But he did it for everybody. It's the same as the RFKJ. Remember, RFKJ had that leaked photo of him with his shirt off. Like, bro, you got no doubt. No, you're in shape. Props on that. But
Hey, remember?
I don't need to see you with your shirt off.
Hey, remember when you went on what was that? What's culture pop culture crisis?
Pop
where you're
culture
talking
crisis.
about like Vosh and Destiny taking their shirts off and fighting each other. Like that was hilarious, man.
You could have these fantasy matchups because it's like if Elon and Zuck are gonna go down.
I
then
don't buy that it's real. I don't buy it.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't look to be real either. Ryan Smars says, I think RFK doing push-ups beats Vivek playing tennis. That's a good one. And why did they not show the other player?
Well, I
What do you
think Vivek sunk his own ship by rapping Eminem's song.
Do you know why would people say that? I know you and I disagree on that one.
Well, you have to be. Broken Traditions even agrees with me on this that he sunk his own ship because you're not being mature. Like the only way that we have any chance of winning is if maturity now, and yeah, so that just turns more and more people away from the conservative populist movement, the MAGA movement, I should say.
Yeah, I don't think it.
That was actually at the Iowa State Fair too.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a chance to go. I mean, if I could have, I
Oh
would have.
yeah, that's right. You could have went. Yeah, it was crazy though.
I would have actually tried to interview. I would actually try to get it on camera, trying to have a conversation with Vivek if I was allowed to.
Yeah. What's your take overall on Vivek? I haven't heard your take on Vivek Ramaswamy and his rise.
Before we get into that, I want to reply to Ryan. He says I haven't watched Vivek. Obviously, that's not true. I have watched plenty of Vivek. Mm-hmm.
Wait, why would Ryan? Wait, what is Ryan trying to say? For which take?
I don't know.
Okay. I've watched quite a bit of him because he was on with Tim Pool. He was on Tim Pool, then Tim Cass IRL, and then he's been everywhere, man. He was just on with Bill Maher. He was on the Breakfast Club. I've seen a lot of Vivek, man. You know what? One of my takes about Vivek is I don't care if he's real or fake or not because who knows? I don't know.
He's fake to me.
It could be. He could be Obama, like Barton Bella says. But let me tell you this: he's working his ass off, though. So why can't Ron DeSantis work that hard? Is anybody going to tell me? I want to narrow this down. Let's be specific.
I got everything set up now. Okay.
Okay, good. Let's be specific here. I want to narrow stuff down. Who is working harder to win the presidency? Vivek Ramaswamy or Ron DeSantis?
Vivek. It's pretty obvious.
Okay. So let's stop there. Why is that?
Because DeSantis isn't even campaigning really. He's not even going out and talking to people.
Okay.
Like
so
everyone like Vivek's been going on podcasts and DeSantis hasn't. So
what do you want me to do? See, that's why these
how else are you
DeSantis
going to be able to reach the populace?
See, these DeSantis supporters, and if you're a DeSantis supporter in the chat, please rise up. You know I don't hate people just because of who they support, but I need to understand, why are you not working harder? Do you want to be president or not? What is going on? How can somebody be outworking you? How? Okay, there's no answer.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no answer to this. There's no passion. So my Vivek Ramaswamy take is he shines a light on the failures of Ron DeSantis. That's what's happening.
Vivek, the way he's acting like, and I'm just going by the way he's acting, he's what we all thought DeSantis would be.
Exactly. I thought, I don't know why I thought DeSantis was going to be that, because obviously he was never that dude. But if Ron DeSantis would have done every single thing Vivek Ramaswamy is doing, Ron DeSantis would be winning the primary as far as these polls right now.
Well, like I told you, and I said on Twitter, after what happened to Kerry Lake, I do not trust polls. I'll never trust another one ever again.
I know, but let's just say hypothetically, because back in before DeSantis even announced, like way back before Trump even announced, DeSantis was right up there with Trump as far as like, just the vibe in the air.
Trump was still ahead of him.
Yeah,
even in those polls.
But they were right up there. And then, like, just as time goes down, DeSantis keeps going lower and lower and lower. And he's not working hard enough. He's not.
Yeah. But also, is it possible he just wasn't this popular anywhere else outside of Florida to begin with, because like with polls, like
Who
I told
knew-
you beforehand, they never explicitly say where they take these polls from. Are
Yeah.
these in the cities or are these in the rural areas? They never explicitly say that.
Yeah. And I leave room to be wrong. Barton Bella says, no way, DeSantis is doing the groundwork every day. What the hell are you talking about? So I leave room to be wrong. I don't know everything. I'm just telling you my vibe. Here's my take on that Barton Bella comment that he's on the ground. Whatever he's doing is it's not working. Like, can we agree on that? Like, it's just not working. Like, he's not there. There's no there. So something's got to change.
Well, Barton, here's the thing. I'm not sure if you know this, but Patrick Bet David, is it Bet David or David Bet?
Patrick Bet David.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, from Valuetainment, asked DeSantis to come on a show, and he never even got a response.
What the bruh?
He didn't even say no. He never even got a response back.
I don't know what to. It's what's happened with Ron DeSantis running for president is just one of the most bizarre political campaigns we've ever seen. Patrick Bet David is the most reasonable. Like if you can't go on his show, whose show can you go on? You can't. He's like just like Tim Pool, and in this case, he's even more moderate. The DeSantis people are so bad, Ray. They pissed off Tim Pool, and the dude is the most milquetoast, easy laid back dude. To get Tim Pool mad at your crew, man, y'all messed up.
Like, who with Laura Loomer? Who's that other guy that went on there? Bill something
Mitchell.
Bill Mitchell. Apparently, from what I heard, Tim followed him after the show, but then after a couple hours, he unfollowed him. That's what I heard. So
let's go to. I mean, it's funny. I wanted to talk about Vivek, but it's really the story is DeSantis.
Yeah, well, like I told you, I don't trust Vivek because I think he's a plant.
Let me see. I don't know if you saw this tweet from Bill Mitchell, man. This is wild. Did you see that tweet from Bill Mitchell?
I don't follow Bill Mitchell.
It was going on. This tweet from Bill Mitchell is unbelievable. Let me share it for you and read it real quick, everybody. This is so. If you don't know, Bill Mitchell is a former Trump supporter, now DeSantis supporter, comes across as like a dollar store Mitt Romney. Trump. This is all alleged. This is his tweet. This is a real tweet. I confirmed it. Trump's heart issues. It is rumored Trump is struggling with congestive heart failure. Trump's brothers, Fred Trump, died from a heart attack brought on by alcoholism. It is not known what Robert Trump died from, although he was hospitalized with a stroke. We are at the stage of the DeSantis surrogates where they're hoping that Donald Trump doesn't make it. And I'm not talking about prison.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yep.
And that is, even though that didn't come from DeSantis, Barton Bella, I have no beef with you. DeSantis, that's the guy in charge is the one that leads the whole everything. Like, you don't see any Trump supporter saying nothing like that. That's wild, yo.
Yeah. Is it Barton or Ryan? I'm trying to figure. I lost track.
Barton is the DeSantis supporter.
Barton is the DeSantis supporter?
Yeah, both friends of show. Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's good to know. Well, Barton, I'm sorry to say this to you, but like DeSantis is literally like Meatwad Ron. Really, it's literally what he's acting like Meatwad from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. He's literally acting like that. Like the joke is this: if you watch Aqua Teen Hunger Force, you'll know the joke I'm trying to say. Meatwad in that show, he was a very deceptive character, even though he was clearly one of the good guys, like one of the main characters. He was very deceptive. That's what the joke is supposed to mean. So. Yeah.
So I don't know if I would go that far, but yeah, so Barton, it's out of love. Like, here's my thing. No, I don't want to diss DeSantis anymore because I've always liked DeSantis. I hate this, Ray. I hate that DeSantis made the choice to run. I really do. He's got to do his own life. But if he would have just waited, then like now you've got all this stuff where he'll never win back many of the MAGA supporters.
Yeah. So do you think he's going to win his? So you think he's probably almost certainly not going to win the Republican nominee? Almost certainly will not become president this year.
No.
So do you think this will affect his gubernatorial race in 4 years?
Well, I think he's done. I think he's got 2 terms. I think this is his 2nd term, and then
Oh.
you have to sit out at
Oh,
least a term.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, my mistake.
Yeah.
That, I remember that. That's my fault.
But so what did he could become governor of Florida again after he skips a term? Or I just said, I know I had this idea that's crazy, but he's so good at governor. But he had a trifecta. The House, both chambers of the legislative body were all with him, so it wasn't that hard. But he got Florida good, and I'm giving him credit. I did a whole live giving this broad credit. He could just go around the country and make America great again as a governor. Go to Georgia, get Brian Kemp the hell up out of there, and you become governor. Go to Texas. I know you. I think you might like.
No. I moved away from Greg Abbott.
I don't like Greg Abbott. I don't like none of.
I moved away from him when I found out he was on the WEF website.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Mm-hmm.
But my point is, like Ron DeSantis, go be a governor of another state. He could be senator too. I actually prefer him as governor. The senator positions are just like really nothing. I mean, they're just establishment shills. You don't see anything out of there.
Yeah. Can you bring up this recent comment from Barton? I want to respond to that.
This one right here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He says, we can't wait. If Trump goes to jail, we get 4 more years of Biden. 63% of the country hates Trump. God, this cult of personality is infuriating. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Yeah. I thought I heard a pop in my headphones. Okay. But yeah, I'll tell Barton, this is my opinion. I've told Osiris this and I've told many others, but this is just my opinion. Biden's going to win in 2024 no matter what. No matter who's running, he's going to win. Literally, like I've said this. I said just hypothetically, if Abraham Lincoln rose from the grave tomorrow and started to run, but he would lose to Biden. The main reason why is because my generation, for whatever reason, likes Biden. I can't figure it out. He just does.
Yeah, and so that's my thing too, Barton, is I agree with Ray on that, and I don't even think voting is the way out. So I don't want to tell anybody not to vote, but just so you know where my position is, I couldn't care less. I mean, when Georgia had the gubernatorial race and there was Brian Kemp versus Stacey Abrams, I said it on air. There's no difference between those two people for me. I couldn't care less. And as you can see right now, out of Brian Kemp's state, they brought charges from Fulton County. A damn district attorney is demanding that the former president and #1 candidate come in and surrender? Are you out of your effing mind? And people try to tell me the governor can't do anything. What nonsense. My point is, voting it's just not the way. So I don't want to get too sidetracked.
And I've been hearing so many people saying that all these indictments are going to help Trump. No, they're not. They're making it worse for him. All it is just pouring more. Is pouring more gasoline on the fire. That's all it's doing. Like I said, Trump's ship sailed the moment. Two things happened that caused his ship to sail. It was when he had that dinner with Kanye, Milo, and Nick Fuentes. It was that, and then right after that, it was that NFT trading card set that he announced. Like it was this big announcement he was building up for a couple weeks. And then when it was revealed that it was just he was releasing trading cards, I was like, okay, no one's going to forget this. He's done. He has no chance no matter what now. And I think that damaged the Republican Party as a whole because no one's going to forget that. No one is going to. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I hear you on that, man. So we're in a place where to me it's more about. I did a thread today about TP USA and TP Action. These are the organizations from Charlie Kirk, and really I'm looking at them more than president and and not just to worship them, and they're great, but we need more of that. And the organization, because I look at Trump and the rallies are amazing, aren't they? When you look at the rallies,
yeah.
But you would think that there was, maybe I don't know, maybe I just don't know about it, more organization.
I've heard this. I've heard someone say this. I think he went on Tim Pool's show. I forgot who the guest was, but they said that if you look at like a lot of these Trump rallies, it's really all the same people that just go there. So it's not like a lot of different people. It's really all the same people that just go. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, and it could be. Yeah, and I mean that could be part of it too. Why you can't organize. What are they, just traveling? That was one of the things they said about Kerry Lake, is Kerry Lake had the big rallies too, but they were like, it was the same people going to all the rallies in Arizona. So I don't know.
Yeah. So, yeah. And not only DeSantis and Vivek, like even if Kerry Lake ran, she would have no chance because she's hated even more by the left and the moderates and libertarians, even more than they hate Trump. That's just how it is.
Yeah, for me, see, one of the things I liked about, I don't have this clip, I don't think I have it ready, but I actually, it's not a defining characteristic for someone to be not liked and then me like them. Do you see what I'm saying? Like if somebody is persona non grata, but if you are doing something substantive in this country right now, you have to be hated. That doesn't mean, if you're hated, it doesn't mean that you're doing something good. Let me be clear. But if you're doing something good, you have to be hated. That's the environment we're in right now. So Kerry Lake fits that. Did you see that clip when Kerry Lake was at the Iowa State Fair? She had another savage moment.
Which clip was it?
The clip where she was milking the cow.
I didn't see that, but I heard about it.
Oh yeah, she just unbelievable. Let me see if this is it here. I don't know if somebody.
I wanted to respond to both Ryan and Barton.
Yeah.
I do not. I'm being straight up with both you guys. I don't trust either DeSantis or Vivek. I don't trust either of them. So I'm not taking either side because I think they're both they're both controlled opposition. Both of them, in my opinion, they're people that are put there for you to like keep us divided and just make sure we cannot unify. Like I want to bring a clip up of something up for you, Osiris.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if you've seen this, but I showed Ed this video one time. Like I told you about who Alan Watt is. You remember I told you about this guy? Like he goes even heavier than Alex Jones.
Yep.
And a couple years ago he died all of a sudden for no reason, and he was only in his 50s. So yeah, let me find that. It's a really important clip because what he does, he talks about controlled opposition and counterintelligence and stuff like this. So I'm gonna pull this up. This is really, really important.
Yeah, while you're pulling that up, there is a case to say DeSantis. George Soros said it. George Soros flat out came in the open and said, basically, I'm gonna paraphrase, that Ron DeSantis is a good thing. Why? Because Ron DeSantis is gonna break up the populist right and get them fighting each other, and then that will make things easier for us, is basically what his take was. He was endorsing Ron DeSantis because he would benefit from him. He wasn't endorsing Ron DeSantis' stances on anything, but it was an endorsement of Ron DeSantis as a mechanism to break up populism. Kamala Harris 2024. I want that so bad. That would be so funny. That would be so awesome.
But hey, I would pay to I actually make it. I'll tell you this. What if
Oh, I lost you. Wait, did I do that? Wait, hold on. I lost your audio. Hold on. Did I do that? Nope. So Ryan says Ryan's going ham on women. Talk about repealing the 19th, and he said, yeah, that's what happens to women when they get old. No, Kerry Lake to me is, while Ray's looking at that, I think it's on Ray's end this time. But while people might know, I'm very, 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 very high on Kerry Lake. Think very highly of her. And I think she is the strongest, even, of course, above Trump. She's the strongest, most competent, there I hear you, leader in the MAGA movement, Kerry Lake, without question, hands down, no debate. She should be running for president right now. Oh, I got you. I hear you. Can you hear me? I got you. Yep, you're good.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
I haven't quite found the video yet, but give me like another minute. Give me 30 more seconds.
That's fine. While you do that, let me pull up the Kerry Lake. Since we're talking about Kerry Lake, it's a very short clip. She was at the Iowa State Fair, and she's just so casually savage. Let's hear what she said here.
You know there's only two. Which one of you's from the New York Times? You know there's only two genders, right? There's only two genders, and they know that in Iowa. I challenge the New York Times reporter and the Washington Post reporter to try to milk a cow and then try to milk a bull and see how that goes.
Just casually finding, like, where's the New York Times reporter? Let me just be savage real quick. Next time they won't say anything because they won't want to be called out.
Yeah.
Let's see what Barton Bella says. You're not seriously stating that crap from an edited Gateway pundit tape that even Tim Pool called fake. He said Ron is young. Oh, you're talking about the George Soros. I have the clip. I've done a clip on it. And that's why I wanted to be very clear with what I said about it, because people were misconstruing. Well, I think Ray's looking for that clip. I got this one here. It's only 45 seconds. Since we're talking about it, there's a longer clip to it, but I think this is all we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
This is it. And my tweet on it was, DeSantis was given a treasure trove by big donors to divide MAGA. They are leveraging DeSantis' aspirations into an anti-MAGA weapon. That's what George Soros was saying. Let me play it and you decide.
2024 is that Trump and Governor DeSantis of Florida will slug it out for the Republican nomination. Trump has turned into a pitiful figure, continually bemoaning his loss in 2020. Big Republican donors are abandoning him in droves. DeSantis is shrewd, ruthless, and ambitious. He is likely to be a Republican candidate. 2024.
So that wasn't a lot. That wasn't a great clip. I thought maybe there was a longer one.
Well, I found the clip.
Okay, go. You can go ahead.
Yeah. And basically, like, this is Alan Watt here, guys. You guys probably never heard of him. And what he's talking about in this video is counterintelligence and controlled opposition. That there are people out there who are portrayed as like heroes that we like, but really they're just paid off by either paid off and they're controlled, or they're controlled by the establishment and the higher ups. So I wanted to play this for you right here.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people fall under this, not just DeSantis or Vivek, but also a few others. Like you know who I'm referring to, Osiris. So yeah.
What is counterintelligence?
This right here. I'm improving the quality of this because this video right here. Come on. Right here.
What is counterintelligence? Counterintelligence, from a government's perspective, is taking information and data that could be it could be bad for the ruling regime, and finding ways to counter that knowledge, counter it. What you do, standard-wise, if you can't defame the person who's bringing out a truth or kill them, is to bring out your own heroes. Launch them well, finance them well into the same area, saying the same stuff that others are talking about. It's called intelligence, giving out facts. And once they have the following, then they start bringing in aliens and UFOs. And they bring in the New Age, the whole New Age religion into it. Spirituality is the big term they're using today. Until a newcomer, a skeptic, will hear this stuff from the paid agent, who's very good, who says gives the same data as the person who doesn't go into the UFOs and so on. But the guy who doesn't go into the UFOs, aliens, reptilians, and all the rest of it, suddenly is thrown out with the other guy. You're classified with them by association. Your topics are associated. Even though you stay clear of the fantasy stuff, the disinformation, you'll be lumped along with them. And then you've countered the intelligence. When you mention the facts, people laugh at you, say, oh, you probably believe that the aliens are running the world now. And that's it. That's counterintelligence. And that is also all over the internet. And it's paid for by, again, government psyops operations.
So yeah, you kind of get the idea right there, man.
Yeah. What do you think about Vivek and the 9/11 stuff? Did you hear about that?
Vivek in the 9/11 stuff?
Yeah, he's. I'll just play a little bit of it here. It's bubbling up to a big thing.
I didn't watch the CNN interview he did.
Okay, you see, again, he's everywhere, working hard every single day. He's
Tonight,
somewhere.
Yeah,
Vivek
and that's
Ramaswamy
and that's
said
another thing I
something
wanted.
that it turns out
What was
wasn't
that?
true.
That's what I was gonna say right there. Getting back into what that video I just played. Someone like that, like Vivek, blowing up as big as he has and as fast as he has. No, that you can't buy that kind of publicity. Someone from at the top had to have given the okay for that to happen. Had to have.
It's possible. You know, for me, it's very possible. I just have to look at what their substance is. At least he doesn't have any substance because it's all talk. But
Yeah,
it's hard because if you ignore all that, Ray, when you hear him speak, there's a lot of good things there, right? So that's the tough part with him. You just don't believe it, right? Is that you don't believe it? Just like Dr. Siva Ayodure was like, I don't believe anything coming out of his mouth.
yeah.
I don't know what to. I don't know. All I can say is I like what he says, but I'll do a little bit of this here.
Okay.
You're saying that you were misquoted here, so we will take you at your word.
Yes.
You're saying that you were misquoted here. The quote in question there was this one from The Atlantic, from Mr. Ramaswamy, where he said, quote, I think it is legitimate to say how many police, how many federal agents were on the planes that hit the Twin Towers. To be clear, there is zero evidence that the U.S. government had agents who were on the planes on 9/11. So I asked him to explain that quote. And on this show last night, Ramaswamy insisted that the reporter, John Hendrickson, had gotten his words wrong. But are you telling me that your quote is wrong here because it says how many federal agents were on the planes that hit the Twin Towers?
Yeah, when I actually, and this is just lifting the curtain on how media works again, I asked that reporter to send the recording because it was on the record. He refused to do it. But we had a free-flowing conversation.
After our interview, The Atlantic released the audio, more than 4 minutes of it, actually. And here is the part with that quote that was in question.
What is the truth about January 6th?
I don't know,
you're
but we
referring
can handle it. Whatever it is, we can handle it.
But what
Government
is it?
agents, how many government agents were in the field? Right?
You mean like entrapment?
Yeah. Absolutely. Why can the government not be transparent about something that we're using terrorists, or the kind of tactics used to fight terrorists, if we find that there are hundreds of our own in the ranks of the day that they were, I mean, look.
Well, there's a difference between entrapment and a difference between a law enforcement agent
I
identifying it.
think it is legitimate to say how many police, how many federal agents were on the planes that hit the Twin Towers. Like, I think we want it. Maybe the answer is zero. Probably is zero, for all I know, right? I have no reason to think it was anything other than zero. But if we're doing a comprehensive assessment of what happened on 9/11, we have a 9/11 commission. Absolutely, that should be an answer the public knows the answer to.
He doesn't
You
say
just
that
heard it
there
yourself.
were. He just says he wouldn't be surprised.
I know. So you look at it, and so they say, I think it's legitimate to say how many police. So they didn't phrase it as a question here. I think it is legitimate to say how many police he's in the conversation. He's like, I don't know, it could be zero. His whole point was in the commission, we should have the answer, no different than January 6th. So it's interesting how, but I bring that up because that doesn't sound like somebody who's a plant bringing up questions on 9/11. What maybe they did. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, they're like, this is a little interesting though, because I've told you in the past that I've raised a lot of questions about Alex Jones pretty recently.
Mm-hmm.
Like pretty recently, like with even though I can't prove this, but something just doesn't it seem a little odd that like a day or two before these lockdowns came out reportedly, Alex Jones reported that they were going to happen.
He gets inside information, as you know. You know him even better. You know him better than I do.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, doesn't it seem like hugely coincidental? And plus, that clip blew up right after that happened. So, doesn't and come on, something I can't prove it. I'm not saying it is 100% proof that he's controlled op, but yeah, but also Alex Jones says that his family knew Wernher von Braun, who was the guy who supposedly got us to the moon. So,
a lot of interesting connections.
So, and plus he said that his family lived next door to like the inventor of like the air conditioner. So,
yeah, a lot of interesting connections with a lot of people who are big, like Tucker, even Alex Jones. But here's the concern I have is we can get to that place where we look at everybody as controlled op. Like you can look at anybody as. So it's like I don't know. I mean, Alex Jones could be, Matt Gaetz could be, Kerry Lake could be, but I just got to go based on the content of kind of what they do. It's hard though, because when I say go by the content, what has Vivek done? He hasn't done, just like Obama. I thought Obama was great leading up into 2008, but he hadn't done anything, and then he got into office and he was trash. So it's hard to judge out here.
Yeah. And plus, like, you remember that one time you came on my show, we were talking about 9/11. We showed that Jesse Ventura clip on CNN.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, where, like, he talked about how there was an actual tape of a BBC reporter, which is BBC's the biggest broadcast network in the UK. And, like, there was a reporter broadcasting directly, doing a pre-broadcast back to England, talking about, like, a third building collapse, World Trade Center building 7. And she talked for 7 minutes. And while she was talking, the building was still standing right behind her, and it didn't fall for about another half an hour. But they were still doing a broadcast directly back to England, a one. So that should let you know something suspicious right there.
Yeah, for that one, I wasn't into it at the time, so I'd have to go back and kind of time it out and really parse it out. But yeah, there was a lot of things that didn't look right. But we wanted to talk about the debate tomorrow, actually.
Barton, Don Lemon is controlled up. Anyone who's involved in big social media, well, not social media, but like the establishment media, like big news like Fox, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, they're all paid up, controlled up. Like if you look at all of them, none of them are actually act that same way outside of doing their job. They're all actors. So especially Anderson Cooper, all of them are.
Yeah, you have to be. I mean, or you won't have a job.
Black Pegasus, man. Thanks for
Black Pegasus.
by.
What's good, man? We got royalty in the chat. Black, what's up, man? How you feeling tonight? We just chilling. I'm gonna try to go live every night, but we just to bring up here, Ray. What's your thoughts on the debate? You're going. Are you still gonna go live tomorrow?
If I can get someone else to join in, I might. Like I was gonna. Pegasus was going to be someone I was going to ask him in Broken Traditions, or even Carlos or my friend Danny. So if I can't get someone else to come on, I'm probably not going to do it. But if I can, I probably will. Mm-hmm.
But Fox News, I think, are they trying to be a little tight about the copyright on that or something? Have you heard about that?
It's actually going to be streaming on Rumble, I believe.
Yeah, so I guess you could just do it off of Rumble. So yeah. But the RNC, they got the first debate. What are you looking forward to? We got the field here.
It's pretty obvious that none of these guys right here. I'll just go off and say it. None of these people are gonna become the presidential nominee. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. This is pretty much just for show right here. So, but what do I expect from this? The main thing I expect is Pence to be completely embarrassed. That's number one I expect. And I expect Vivek to actually win the debate right here. And everyone else will kind of just be along there for the ride is how I see it, including DeSantis. He's just going to be there for the ride. Vivek will clearly win the debate, but everyone else will just be there, and Pence will get embarrassed. That's my take on it, really. So.
There was a funny article that came out from one of my favorite journalists.
No, 1 second. Ryan says I'm a Chris Christie fan. Heck no. No. I ain't no Chris Christie fan. No.
We're not Chris Christie.
You have to be trolling right there. You have to be.
Yeah, he's got to be trolling. But no, you know what? Back in the day, before his bridge scandal, I was not against Chris Christie. I was blue-pilled, though. I was like a MSNBC shill. I liked him. But he's a funny dude. So let's talk about Christie before I look at this website. This is a funny website I'm going to talk about in a second. Chris Christie is a monster debater. And that almost didn't go. Pause. He is incredible at debating, Chris Christie. So you don't want to be, and he knows some of the skeletons for Donald Trump.
He wasn't good in the 2016 primary.
No, he was good in the debate though. He wasn't good in the primary.
I don't recall that.
Oh yeah. He is a beast. Trust me on that one. He is a beast a beast debater. Now, it's hard because he's doing these positions that are very hard to defend, like Ukraine. But when he's got a position that is legitimate, he will absolutely annihilate you. There's three people that Larry Elder didn't get on the debate. Maybe we'll get into that later. But three people that if they got on the debate, Chris Christie, Vivek Ramaswamy, and Larry Elder, unbelievable debaters. And I think actually out of all of them, Larry Elder is the best debater. That's why they probably don't want him on that stage. His mind is like an encyclopedia. He will rattle you off like crazy.
Yeah. So, what do you expect from this debate?
Well, I expect the bigger story before I even get into like the ins and out of the debate is Trump. Trump is he's a master at marketing. He's one of the greatest ever. Now, this isn't him directly, but Trump, this is from one of my favorite journalists out there and writers, Cassandra McDonald, formerly known as Cassandra Fairbanks. Trump PAC creates 2024 vice presidential debate website trolling Fox News and the other candidates. So they created this website and they called the debate the vice presidential debate. Donald Trump's on some hip hop. Black Pegasus knows about this. Like Donald Trump is on some like battle rap type stuff. And you know how battle rap the battles they're more like social media now. It's like who wins the story. Ever since what's his name? Pusha T broke the news about Drake. Drake got him in the battle, but it wasn't even about the battle to me. It was about who was more salacious in social media. And there's Trump again. Trump goes to Tucker. They make the news with Trump and Tucker with the story about both of them going at Fox, which I did go at Trump. I did a whole live the other day knocking Trump for not showing up. But from the marketing standpoint, he's just destroying all of them.
Yeah. Well, I think it should be a law. Like, I think you agree with me on this.
I agree.
It should be law that if you're running for like any political office, you should have no choice but to debate.
Absolutely. I don't know how you do that, but I absolutely support that.
Is he taking a page out of Biden's book where like he was in his basement the entire 2020 campaign?
Yep. Yeah,
in his basement.
That's the new thing, and it's not just a Joe Biden thing. Katie Hobbs did that in Arizona.
Fetterman.
Fetterman did the exact same thing.
Until the last minute.
We didn't see we were wondering if he was alive at one point. No, honestly. So what's happening is who's going to be convinced at this point? Who's going to change their mind from Donald Trump to like you said, any one of those people on stage? No one. So that's what Trump knows. And he's like, I'm not going on the stage. Why do I need to go on the stage? The more bad can happen than good.
Yep.
So he's not going to debate at all. He's not debating in any of them. Unless something happens crazy in the polling, then he would. But if Trump becomes the Republican nominee and say it's Biden, they're not going to debate. Yeah. Why would they debate? They don't act like they work for us. MAGA hasn't told Trump, you work for us, get your fat ass up on that stage like they should. They haven't done that. So when you get to the general election, they're not changing anybody's mind. They don't want to change anybody's mind. They don't want to defend their records. They're not debating. And I don't know if we're ever going to get back to that place again.
Yeah, like, is it possible Trump is just trying to make sure something like remember in the 2020 debate where the Proud Boys comment came up? You think he's trying to avoid something like that because that kind of did damage him a little when you really look at it in the long run.
Yeah, I think it's more his record though this time. I don't think he's that worried about the Proud Boys stuff. Or like a mistake like that. It wouldn't be Proud Boys again, but I know what you mean, like a faux pas, like a mistake. Yeah. He's worried about that because there's always a risk when you get on that stage. Yeah. But the thing is that.
And then we found out the Proud Boys were run by the FBI. So.
Yeah. But the thing is that Donald Trump has a lot to answer for. Mm-hmm. So Ron DeSantis, we know already. Ron DeSantis is going to go hard on Trump on which topic, Ray? Which topic do you think he's going to go hard on Trump on? The one where DeSantis was the best.
There's two of them, okay. Fauci and the LGBTQ stuff. Because remember, Trump actually promoted that at one point.
I agree. I agree on the LGBTQ. DeSantis is way better, but DeSantis can't articulate it. So I don't know. But the Fauci stuff, that's why He does not want to get on the stage because of the Fauci stuff with DeSantis. And if Trump got on the stage, Chris Christie is going to hammer him hard because Chris Christie has beef with Jared Kushner. Jared Kushner, after Trump was gone out of office, he got the investment from the Saudis of $2 billion. That's not giving him $2 billion. They gave him $2 billion to invest it. I mean, it's a small distinction. They're making $25 million off of fees or something like that. But I
guarantee you, not all of that went to investment. I guarantee you, a lot of that was probably pocketed.
I won't even allege that, but who knows? But yeah, either way, it doesn't look good. And Chris Christie's already talked about that. He's like, I'm going to bring that up. There's no defending it. Trump has said already that he's not going to have Jared Kushner as a part of his administration if he wins. So you see what I mean? Those are just two big potholes. Who knows what else somebody else brings up? So that's why he's not going on the stage.
Yeah. Oh, before I get back into that, I made like a.
Oh, sorry. Ryan Smarts is acting a fool tonight in the chat. Chris Christie would bite Trump's ear like Mike Tyson.
Yeah. But what I was gonna say was I made like this little, like how there's a Biden Fetterman 2024 thing, like of that it's a meme really right now. I made my own little thing like that about a month or two ago. Even though I wasn't being serious, but I was doing this as a joke, where I put Carlos and Pegasus 2024.
Oh, you get my vote. Yeah. Carlos, man, that's that dude. I gotta hit him up. I haven't texted him in a minute. Yeah, that's my dude. We got to do a.
You got to check out his new video where he brought someone on. The person was, I know who the person was, but I'm not allowed to like say who it was. But like the person was blacked out, so you couldn't see who they were.
Wait, Carlos did that?
No, the guest he brought on. Like I'm not. I know who it was. He asked me.
Wait! I didn't miss that. Carlos brought on
his newest episode today. Like, let me show you.
Oh, it's today?
Right, yeah.
Oh wow, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, you
I was at work
out.
all day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I gotta see that one, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I'm right here. This one right here. So yeah, he blocked out the person's. He changed the person's voice and blocked out their face out, like to protect them. I mean,
yeah.
He told me who it was, but I'm obviously not allowed to say who it was. So
I would never do that. So for the show, check out the channel Patriots of the American Republic. Great channel. Carlos also from Prime Animations. Wow.
Yeah.
You want to play a clip of it? Yeah, let's play a clip.
Yeah, okay. We can play a little clip.
Let's play a little bit. I haven't heard it yet.
Absolutely. So why are we diverting from that?
Well, and as you can see here in this second article, why anti-trafficking experts are torching Sound of Freedom. Again, it's absurd that Rolling Stones, due to the backlash that they got from the first article that we just finished reading, right? So now they brought in the experts to kind of justify their position and their criticism towards the film. And I'm just going to read a small part of one of the paragraphs that it sounds here. And this is coming from, again, an expert. One of the criticisms that they're saying is that, well, this movie only focuses on one aspect, and there's just so many aspects of child trafficking that it's really doing it a disservice. First of all, the movie is not. First of all, it's a movie. We only have so much time. We only have an hour and a half, 2 hours, right, to tell a story. This is a story of one particular case. Yes, I'm sure that it's massively complex. I'm sure that there's dozens of scenarios, different types of scenarios of how this stuff happens. This isn't a documentary to expose all of it. This is just telling one story, one specific story, and getting you to understand that this is happening to lots of children, and it could happen in any different way. So the criticism of this, and I'm going to read it just verbatimly so we can understand, is foolish on its face alone. It says, Sound of Freedom offers a false perception of how the majority of child trafficking actually takes place, according to Albright. And so because of that, it's extremely problematic, this film. Are these the experts? Are these the same experts that told us that there would be no inflation a couple of years ago, that inflation was just transitory? Are these the same types of experts that tell us that men can give birth and that men can menstruate? I have a serious questions about the validity of these experts. You're an expert. You've been dealing with it. How does it make you feel hearing something like that?
It's very aggravating. Do they cite who the
It says according to Alt-Right. I'm not sure who Alt-Right is, but I can definitely find out.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, you can pause that. That's cool. I gotta go back and listen to that, man. Carlos doing some deep stuff there.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, the episode is pretty interesting because that person is actually has been like an investigator into like child trafficking. So, and busted a ring.
Wow.
So,
wow. Good get there by Carlos.
yeah.
Yeah. We were talking about the debate and then Tucker and Trump and upstaging it. And Ray, when you look at this interview that's going to go down, some details from it, it's already recorded. So I wasn't sure about that before. It's already
recorded already?
It is recorded already. The interview took place in a private room at Bedminster, where Trump always hangs out. The room was built by Amish workers, they said. This is kind of interesting from the standpoint of, I said that Ron DeSantis, if you're running for politics, I don't want anybody to lie or be fake, but it's really surprising that he can't even fake like he likes MAGA at all. And look at what happened with him and with Tucker and Trump. Remember the text messages came out from Tucker?
I remember that. Well,
yeah.
Those text messages were misinterpreted, though.
I don't. No, I don't agree with it. What do you mean?
Tucker says he was sick of Trump, but if the way I interpret that is he was sick of talking about Trump constantly, so he just didn't want to keep doing that. That's the way I interpreted it.
No, I think that's fair. That it wasn't like necessarily like I hate Trump. It was more like I hate how he dominates everything. But just so we go back to it, the text. This is it here. Let me see if I have it here. He had a text where, let me see. So he said, we're all pretending. This is Tucker Carlson in January text exchange with a colleague expressed his ultimate frustration with Trump's administration. We're all pretending we've got a lot to show for it because admitting what a disaster it's been is too tough to digest. But come on, there really isn't an upside to Trump. For me, I don't know. I think you're right with how you're interpreting it because I think that's what he was really more upset about. Mm-hmm. But to me, Tucker is faking it to make it. He knows there's no path. Tucker is so smart. Tucker is smart. He's smarter than DeSantis. Tucker's why would I go at Trump when that doesn't help me? Like, either you want to get where you want to get to as a greater good. I'm not really condoning people to lie or be fake, but this is politics, man. So Tucker might talk to Trump and be like, hey, you know what? Yeah, I wasn't feeling you on these, but we still can team up. You know what I mean? And make a deal. He knows how to talk to Trump.
Yeah. Do you think Trump has brought that up to Tucker at any time?
Absolutely. Oh, Trump is petty. Of course he's brought that up.
What do you think? How do you think that conversation went?
Tucker's smart. It's very simple. All you have to do is say, Grandpappy, here's the thing. You're on the news every night. I'm tired of it. But here's the thing, Pappy. Tucker probably talked to him just like this. When I don't know these guys, of course, but if you're going to talk to Trump, you got to be real. Up front. And I bet you Tucker was like, I was just like you said, I'm just tired of you, bro. That's all it was. But we still have a common enemy. And I could run for president right now and go up against you. And Trump would probably laugh. But he's like, I don't want to. Let's team up. We both hate Fox News. Fox News hates both of us. Let's make a deal. Trump wants to make deals. Remember, he crossed the demilitarized zone in North Korea with no guards.
Security.
Let's make a deal. No security. Let's make a deal.
Yeah. I'll get to that point in real second. This is on Tucker. Ryan says, Ray Studios, if you think Alex Jones, the GOAT, is controlled opposition, what about Tucker? They're good friends. Hey, I never said Alex Jones was because I don't know for a fact, but I said I wouldn't be surprised if he is. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Tucker is either. I would not be surprised one bit because Tucker is buddies with Tulsi Gabbard, who is a known member of the WEF. So, Yeah, that should let you know something right there. And plus, remember, when Tucker was still on Fox, Tulsi hosted the show when Tucker had vacation days. So
yeah, I don't think Tucker's. Who knows? I don't.
I've been thinking about. There's a lot of things that I've been thinking about. I've been actually starting to think that anyone in any kind of media like that, because Fox News is completely controlled opposition.
Oh, we know that. Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I wouldn't be surprised if Tucker was. So I can't prove it, but I've been thinking a lot about it because how else did he get this big, that fast anyway? So
Tucker's just a very smart, bright. He grew up with a lot of these falutin, affluent type of people. He knows the lifestyle. What'd you see?
He then says Tulsi wants to get rid of the Electoral College, but she's hot. Completely agree with you there, man. Completely agree with you there, Ryan.
Yeah, Tulsi, I have no problem. Tulsi's easy on the eyes. Did she say she wanted to get rid of the Electoral College, though? What? You said Tulsi did?
I don't recall that. What I do
Yeah.
recall is that she was not a huge fan of the Second Amendment at times.
Yeah.
And she was a huge abortion advocate. So she only wanted to cut it off after about 6 months, I believe. So
Yeah. She has positions. I can get with people who don't have the same position, but I think she comes from a good place. She doesn't want to violate people's rights, generally speaking. But here's my problem with Tucker. I don't know if he's controlled op. I don't really put a lot of energy into thinking that. What I do know is that, or I do think, is that he's an access media guy. So he did that interview with Elon Musk, and he never really asked Elon Musk any tough questions, did he?
Yeah.
He was buddy. So you want a buddy to maintain access to people.
yeah. But also another thing, he interviewed Andrew Tate, which Andrew Tate is clearly, in my opinion, clearly controlled opposition. Like anyone who pretty much anyone who interviews Andrew Tate to me is controlled op, really. well, should be at least because Andrew Tate, like his father was in the CIA, and Andrew Tate claims he's against the Matrix when the CIA is literally the enforcement arm of the Matrix. So yeah,
I don't know what Tate is. I don't trust that. I don't trust him at all. So
Candace Owens interviewed him, and I was like, and I'm pretty convinced that Daily Wire's controlled opposition. I'm fully convinced of that.
I wouldn't put it back, but it's just too hard. It's too hard because everybody becomes that. But when you looked at Tucker and the Tate interview, did he ask him any tough questions? He didn't ask him any tough questions.
No,
right? So
neither did Candace.
Yeah, and it's not like I'm going to interview people and just try to ask them tough questions. I didn't really ask Dr. Shivai or Dore tough questions, but I think it's more about I wanted him to get some exposure, whatever little bit I can do. But I just don't see how you have Andrew Tate and Elon Musk. These are guys who get plenty of exposure, and you don't ask them any tough questions. How does that happen?
Yeah, like Candace was pretty light when she asked Tate about the women. So that should be a clear sign right there.
Yeah, nobody wants to press up in because they know he'll leave the interview or whatever. I don't care. And it's not even just that. There's a lot of questions beyond this case. The better questions for Tate are well beyond the case that they're trying to get him up on.
Yeah. Like my friend Trev, right? Osiris, I showed you a bunch of his videos.
Yeah, he's dope.
He did that video on Andrew Tate, which I want to show these people right here. Like that video actually got taken down off YouTube, but I did a reaction video to it with Ed. Well, and so I'm gonna show
you have it. Oh yeah, bring it up.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me find it. It's down here somewhere where we talked a little bit about Andrew Tate.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find it. Where is it? Okay, I found the video. Let me get to that spot right there.
Yeah, I find it while you're looking that up that I've talked about it before. Tucker Carlson hasn't brought up Linda Yaccarino, an active member of the World Economic Forum, is now running Twitter, and Tucker Carlson doesn't have a take on it. Nobody finds that odd. I'm not saying he's controlled op. I don't go that far. Why don't you have a take on this, bro? That's just weird to me, considering who he is. It looks like he might be in business. Elon said there is no deal with him and Tucker, but I just don't understand how you have no criticisms, no questions for X.
I found it. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is me and Ed reacting to it. Like, let me show you it right here.
Mm-hmm.
Type of stuff. And he did this video about Andrew Tate, which I think you'll find it interesting. Like, I'll show you why I think he is controlled. You can take a look right here.
He might be.
What? Just watch this right here.
Please, people, stop asking me about the Tate brothers. I don't give a shit. I don't care. All right. If Trev, what do you think about the Tate brothers being held without evidence? I don't care. Okay. I don't care. If you come from an intergenerational CIA family, if your father was a long-term CIA agent.
I'll tell you something about my father. Father was literally a spy for the CIA. Was literally a spy for the CIA.
And you've been one of these people who's been on shows like reality TV shows like Big Brother and other reality TV shows. You're traveling around, you're learning different languages. These are all telltale signs of intelligence people.
Which is a really unusual way to grow up because you have like ex-KGB guys, you have autists, like everyone's a weirdo, right? When he died, someone messaged me who was because my father was in the CIA. He held the CIA record for the fastest assimilation of a foreign language.
Yeah. Did you?
No. That's the thing that happened in the video right there. Give it like 10 seconds.
Well, yeah.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
I can hear you.
See right there. Sorry, my audio cut out. I don't know why. I don't know why. Sorry. All right. Here we go.
The CIA record for the fastest assimilation of a foreign language.
I don't care, as far as the Tate brothers situation, what they did, what they didn't do. I don't care. I don't know. A lot of these different intelligence people run these different pots where they have people come and they'll film them, whatever. They'll have them, they'll have girls and stuff. And you guys know how this whole thing goes. So I don't care as far as, is he in trouble for this or that? Did he piss somebody off? Did they piss somebody off? Did they hold girls against their will? Did they do this? Did they do that? I don't know. I don't care. I really don't care. If you're a part of the system, but to the people who say, oh, he's fighting the Matrix. They're not fighting the Matrix. They're not fighting anything. They're a part of the Matrix. They're an intergenerational family that's part and parcel of enforcing the Matrix. That's what the CIA is. The CIA, just like his poppy, the CIA is the Gestapo. It's the KGB,
which is a really unusual way to grow up because you have like ex-KGB guys.
It's the enforcement arm of the Matrix at the top level. Now, most of what they do, you'll never hear about because it's all done secret. It could be interfacing with somebody who's doing a certain TV show or something to put a certain angle on. It could be starting a revolution in a different country because of some regime that they don't want there. It could be running pot situations where you're setting up these pots and you're trying to compromise people, recording them on video with different girls or whatever the case may be. Whatever. I don't care. I'm not interested. As far as if they got, if they've been rightfully accused or wrongfully accused, I don't care. That's the name of the game. If you get into those kind of businesses, if you're quasi mafioso, if you're getting in with fight organizations and you're getting into ownership positions and you got the girls working for you and doing webcams and all this stuff. This is not, like a lot of people are kind of purporting them to be for them to imitate somebody, for them to imitate on the right or as far as masculinity is concerned. I don't think anybody should be imitating these people. And I would just say that I don't think they're fighting anything in my mind. I think that they're part of it. There's someone who's put there for you by intelligence for you to imitate. It's also interesting to say like, oh, they're banned. Oh, they banned me. They've banned us. But yet you see their videos all over the engines. And next thing you know, they're on Tucker Carlson. They're on Piers Morgan twice. They're all over the place, promoted everywhere. And if they go on Valuetainment, that video is able to stay up on YouTube. When people get banned, typically, guys, when they get really banned, no one is allowed to really post content of them at all. If anyone posts any content with the person who's been banned, usually it will be scrubbed by YouTube or by the engines within about a day. If people that have been genuinely banned from YouTube or from big tech, if they open up ghost accounts where they don't even use their info and they start posting their own content, as soon as YouTube finds it, they're going to be banning that person out right away. You would not see them having videos that are persistent and stay in the engine for years on end or a long period of time. If the Matrix wants to ban you, they can really ban you to where you can't really find any content from them, at least for a couple of years, not for a couple of days. So that's my thoughts on the people for you to imitate. I don't care. I'm not interested. If you're in intelligence or you're working with that, I don't care. I'm not interested whatsoever. Whatever happens with you, whatever you do, you're in this country, then you're in that country, you're running this there, you're running that there, whatever. I don't care. And as far as, these operations that are just an inch within the law, and whether or not one of the girls says that you did against her will, you held her there against her will, you're saying on video that you took passports and stuff like this, whatever. I don't care. And all I'm saying is, please don't imitate the Tates. I think that's the joke, right? What's also interesting is if you look at the Manson murders, you guys remember the Manson murders with Crazy Manson? Did you know the last name of the girl that was involved with that? There was a few of them in there, but it was Sharon Tate.
Yep.
So just an interesting one for you there. Anyway, that's it for this coincidence for you there. That's
like
it
that.
for this video, guys. See you again soon for another. I don't care.
I like that dude. I just like his style, man. Yeah. We've watched that one. That's really good how he broke it down. Can't argue with it.
Yeah, and he gave this and there was another video he did where he said this. He says that in a way, Batman is more real than any one of us people. Here was his explanation why. Because when we die, we're pretty much forgotten about. No one cares about, will really care. And Batman, it will live forever because like 50 years after we die, they're still going to be making Batman movies, Batman shows, Batman comics, all of that. So Batman will pretty much live forever while we get forgotten. That was what he said, his opinion on that.
It's good, man. He has good takes. Let me just tell you that.
Yeah,
good takes, unique takes. You don't hear that everywhere.
You guys got to check his channel out because he mostly does movie and TV reviews, but every once in a while he'll do a conspiracy thing. But really, he hasn't been doing that a whole lot lately because his wife just gave birth. So yeah.
What's the channel? Shout out his channel.
Trev's Chan 2. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, let's give him a shout out for his channel. We've kind of highlighted his content a couple times. He's good, man. He's really good.
I've been trying to get him on my show, but he's an incredibly busy guy.
Yeah, it's hard to coordinate.
Yeah. Trev's Chan 2. He mainly does Walking Dead videos, so yeah. Yeah. But guys, go and check his stuff out because he does a whole lot of cool stuff. Like he even reviewed the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. So
I didn't see that. Did you see his review? I'm curious. What did he think?
I don't think I've seen it yet.
Okay.
But he also does a whole lot of collecting and stuff like this. So yeah, most of the stuff he does are pretty much just a whole bunch of like Walking Dead stuff. But every once in a while he'll do like a political conspiracy take thing. So yeah. Some of the stuff can get a weird at times, but a lot of the stuff are really good. A lot of populist stuff that he says. Like some of my favorite stuff he talks about are aliens. So I'm talking about how there's no such thing as aliens, that they're fake, that's something that the government has been planning to do. So yeah.
Yep. So did your mic go out? I'm not sure. Yeah, but I gotta actually, for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ray sent me a DM, and they were talking about that they changed April back in China. I'm not. Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You got me. I heard. Yep. Well, you sent me that DM. You just mentioned Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It reminded me of that DM you sent me from what's his name? Yellow. What's the commentators? Shoot. I apologize.
Yellow. I think I know who it is.
He's good. He's really good. You sent me the link, and I've watched a lot of his stuff. But it's Yellow Flash guy.
Yeah. The only thing I disagree with Trev on, really, one of the main things, is that he actually believes in flat Earth. That's the only thing. Everything else, like I am in line with him for the most part, other than flat Earth. So
I don't understand the flat Earth argument. It's very weird. Do you think he really believes that? He's too smart to believe that.
I think he does. Like he also says that dinosaurs are fake, which I've been leaning more and more towards that as well.
Yeah, I have.
Like, there's a lot of stuff he talks about that can be crazy stuff.
Yeah, when I don't know, I just default to the standard. So I don't have any proof against dinosaurs. But it's funny when you look into things, how it becomes clear quickly. And we don't want to. I don't want to sidetrack too much, but you probably know where I'm going with the moon. How absurd it is.
S. He believes in flat Earth, but he doesn't believe in aliens. Like he believes in like the simulation theory. Actually,
That we are in a simulation.
yes, he believes that we can't even leave the Earth. Like he completely agrees that the moon landing was fake. And but he takes it even farther. He says it's not even possible for us to even leave the Earth.
I believe in low Earth orbit, but who knows? I haven't been there myself. But I don't know. What's the flat Earth argument? I've seen some of the videos and they're so bad that I just
one of the main things that they really talk about is the horizon thing. No matter what, you can, if you have a strong enough telescope or binoculars, you can see you don't see the ship going across the horizon. You see it going straight. You just need to get a really powerful one, which
that's asinine. Like I don't know. That makes no sense.
Yeah, well,
yeah, I don't. Not you. I'm just saying. Like that's why. Like I haven't read any books. I usually just dabble in a video, and then they start saying stuff like that, and I'm like, I got better things to do. Like that doesn't make no sense.
He got the flat Earth stuff from Eric Dubay, which Eric
Are
Dubay
they serious about this?
Yeah, Eric Dubay believes it. Like Eric Dubay is also the guy who really started the whole dinosaurs are fake theory.
With the flat Earth, though, with the flat Earth, where's the edge? Is there an edge to the Earth then?
There's a lot of people say that there is an ending. Others will say that there are things beyond the ending. Where the edge would be. So I don't know. So
Ray, I don't know, man. That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only thing I disagree with him on.
Yeah, I know you disagree. I'm not talking about like you. I'm just like, I just want somebody to help me. Like, is that do they need help or something? Like, is it that, or am I always leave room to be wrong, even with the flat Earth stuff. But one thing that makes it easy for me is a lot of things in life are cyclical. Like life, it goes in circles. It's like a pattern of life.
Yeah,
and we orbit, and maybe it's not a perfect circle, but it's an oval or whatever. We're always moving in circle. Life comes, you get born, you put diapers on, you get old, you put diapers on. Like and you're young, somebody has to take care of you. You get old, somebody has to take care of you. It's like everything cycles. You come up, through being raised and nurtured, then you end raising and nurturing somebody. I don't know.
Well, he even says something interesting about he says something interesting about the guy with the funny mustache too. Like he thinks he was an outsider. He was not in the club. That he was actually going against them. So it almost kind of ties into what Ye and Nick Fuentes believe. Which but I still believe that the dude with the funny mustache was a full-on member in the club. That's my opinion on that.
I'm not an expert in the topic, but I would definitely entertain the discussion that he wasn't in the club. I think that was the vibe of it to me, is what motivated him, that he was not in the club. The Ye and Nick thing is a little bit different. They were just Ye and Nick were coming from the standpoint. I know we're a little off topic now, but Ye and Nick were we haven't talked about that in a long time. Ye and Nick were coming to me from the standpoint of, why we're grown ass men, and it's really not as much Nick. It was Ye leading this. It was Ye lead. Nick goes at it at a different angle. So Ye, I think, was coming at it from like, I'm a grown ass man and I can't talk about somebody like however I want to. You can say you love Stalin, but I can't say I love it. He has a great point.
Yeah.
Ye he was just trying to make a point. He never said. Notice Ye never said he loved anything bad that the guy with the funny mustache did. He never said. He said, I like the uniforms or something like that. He's just very generic about it.
Well, he said he loves everybody.
Yeah, and then he said he loves everybody. So it's just like, are you falling for this? All he's doing is stretching, and I fully support this. He's stretching the Overton window. So what they did is they arrest Trump 4 times. He's going to be arrested, and now it's like, oh, a president gets arrested. They just shifted the Overton window to the making up charges leading into an election to arrest the president. And so they keep stretching the window towards madness. You have to.
but
You can't fight that unless you have someone stretching it the other way.
yeah. And also another thing about the guy with the funny mustache, Trev, he said this, and I'm not joking. He actually said this. He thinks he may have been trans.
Wait,
I'm not joking. He
a
actually
female,
said that.
like what type of, like a female to male trans?
Yes. Because of the size of his hips and stuff like that, and he was pretty thin and stuff like that. So,
I can't prove otherwise. It's just funny. I don't know why it's funny, but it's just funny.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be surprised because he says that there are a lot of them out there, a lot of these higher up elitist type of people that are trans, but you just would never notice it.
You guys, what you miss if you don't catch an episode of Spice? You don't miss the trans Hitler commentary. That's when it's getting live. That's when it's lit.
You gotta clip that, man. You gotta clip that. You have to clip it.
Hey, I did clip the other day that yay drop. Let me do the yay drop real quick. Yay.
Yo, this is Yay AI. I love the guy with the funny mustache. I meant this dude Osiris. Middle mega.
You gotta clip the scene though. That me saying in your reaction to it. You gotta clip it.
Oh, I will. Well, it's hard. I gotta go back and do it. But yeah. Oh man.
But
you. What was that?
Oh, what were you saying?
Oh no, I was gonna ask you if you wanted to talk about Shannon Sharp before we go out.
Yeah,
it's up to you.
We can in a second, but like Trev gets into all these weird type of conspiracies. Like,
it's fun, isn't it? Like,
yeah, it's fun.
Here, let me go to a tweet. It's gonna be. I think is on topic. Where I was kind of like, this is getting out of hand.
Look what Ryan just said.
No, what Ryan's acting
Ryan
a fool.
The dude with the funny mustache did look like an angry lesbian. So,
is that a Bill Mitchell reference by Ryan Smars?
Yeah.
Too?
Bill Mitchell, he looked like an old lesbian. So
yeah, aging lesbian. Yeah,
aging lesbian. Okay,
that's hilarious, man. Though. That's hilarious. But here's what I wanted to say here, and I'm not trying to make any accusations here. I don't get into topics I'm not really knowledgeable on. But here's Lauren Wetsky says, "Do you agree or disagree with this policy? Violent event denial is now banned under X's policies on abusive behavior. The platform says it prohibits content denying that mass events took place, which is not limited to events like the Holocaust, school shootings, terrorist attacks, natural disasters." And my thought is like, I know I don't agree with that policy. That doesn't mean I condone those ideas. It's not the point. People should be able to deny whatever they want. If you don't like it, then find something else to do. Go find some rocks to kick. Nobody's making you consume this video. Nobody's making you consume this is the tweet I was reading here. Nobody's making you consume these products. Why do we have to ban stuff when you don't have to watch it?
Yeah.
So now they can say, oh, I mean, that's like 1 inch away from saying you can't talk about the election. It's 1 inch away from saying you have to believe we walked on the moon. No, I don't have to believe that. I looked into it myself and I don't have proof, but the evidence doesn't line up. So it's not a mass incident, but it's really close to them being able to say no. And it's very close to pandemic too. You can't question what we tell you.
Yeah, and like, and also
what is Ryan
some of the other stuff that Travis says, like someone in one of his live chats, someone was asking him, "Is the moon made out of cheese?" And and he says like, it's not. It's not that. It's made out of something else. I'm pretty sure he was joking with that part, but but yeah, like, there was something.
So he thinks we're in. There's a lot of people. Elon Musk entertains the simulation idea, but here's the honest answer: we don't know. I have my own faith. I know you have your faith, but ultimately, we don't know. I mean,
almost in a weird way, where regardless we could be, because like God knows everything that happens. So in a way, you could say we are. In a way,
yeah. Is that a simulation? And the funny thing about it is, because people make fun of Christianity, you believe this fantasy story and all that kind of stuff. But the end of the day, you have to believe something. What do you know? If you don't have to believe, Christ is king, or you can have your own beliefs. But some people out here believing the Earth is flat and that
there are dinosaurs living under the Earth. So
there's dinosaurs living under the Earth, and like so if you don't believe in God, what do you believe?
Yeah,
you believe in something.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Like one of my uncle on my dad's side, he says that he's an atheist, but he said he does believe there's a higher power. So
I don't know what that means. See,
I don't know what it means. I've never asked him about it, but that's just what he told me. So
yeah. So and that's his faith, and I would respect that fully. But my point is, you always will have a faith. There's always going to be something for you to fall back on as a faith.
Yeah, but yeah, like before we get into the Shannon Sharp stuff, I fully believe this, in my opinion. The dude with the funny mustache was a full-on member in the club. Like because I don't think he actually died. I don't think when they said he did. Obviously, he's dead right now. But when I think history is not true when he died, because there's a lot of evidence to suggest that he actually got out of there. Because you know that a whole bunch of Nazis went to South America, correct?
Yeah,
they went to Chile, Argentina, and to this day they still have like full-on German towns down there, and they wear lederhoses, they celebrate Oktoberfest and all that kind of stuff. And I don't think it's like out of the question that he could have gone there himself. He could have gotten out of there and just headed there with the rest of his buddies.
Yeah. And I guess what's the story on how he unlived himself, right? Is what the story was.
Yeah. Yep. And there's no actual photographic proof that of his body. There's no evidence.
That seems it's something to think about. I don't know how it's I don't know how that all played out, but yeah, you're right. There's something definitely to think about. Actually, before we go to Shannon Sharp, we'll end on Shannon Sharp because it's more of a lighter topic. Yeah. I always wanted to do this segment. I haven't done it. We didn't talk about it. This is Charlie Kirk here, and he's talking about tolerance. And we're switching. We're making a hard segue here. I think here's Ray. We've talked about this a little bit before, and I'm very passionate about it. Is that I think where we went wrong, just as a country, is our kindness has been taken and abused as weakness.
Yeah.
And that's why we are so kind that when a little kid comes to us and says, I want to be a different gender, we want to acknowledge that and we want to say that's okay instead of saying, no, let's look at this way. And so that's just a small example. Yeah. But here, it's too much tolerance.
Yep.
It's our tolerance is, and we talked about a little bit earlier today, like you said, people hate Carrie Lake. And I'm like, I think it's the people that hate Carrie Lake are being highlighted as people who we should not be tolerant of. And let me play this clip here.
Hispanics or blacks, that the cleric, the people, the clergy of the religion of anti-racism are white liberal suburban wine moms. And
fat soccer moms.
What's so strange about it.
Charlie Kirk is fire, man. He's really
it's
good.
It's not being driven by your average middle-class black American. These are people that reject Christianity, engage in secularism, realize they're empty, find something that looks like a religion, and their meaning then is to hate themselves, and they think they can atone for it by donating to BLM or apologizing.
We were just talking about that. Well, you find a religion.
Yeah, people can, in a way, atone for it if they repent in front of Jesus Christ. They can, but just by donating to like all these leftist organizations.
No. But yeah, this is in the middle of the clip. What he's saying is that they don't believe in Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So they've gone towards this other religion. And to me, the ultimate God is government is what they look at. They look at BLM as anointed by their God of government.
But yeah, they could still go to God technically.
Yes.
Technically.
Oh yeah. Of course. Oh yeah. But what he's saying is like if you don't go to God, you will fall into something.
For how they look, that gives them almost a quasi-religious experience.
Yep.
If you dive into the BLM code of conduct, they basically have taken Christianity and they put it through a lens. They say, okay, we're still going to meet, we're still going to tithe, we're still going to have offerings, we're still going to say you have original sin.
Yep.
You see, the cult of diversity and the religion of anti-racism takes this idea of original sin. They just say the original sin is not the garden. The original sin
Is that you're white.
is your melanin content. The original sin is how you look.
And it's not, just to be clear, when they say whiteness, it's not just skin color, but yeah, they use white.
So they take all these elements.
Well, me personally, I don't know what Adam and Eve looked like. Personally, I don't care because they were still people. So
Of Christianity, and they pervert it. And here's what's so dangerous. This is why I think it's the most dangerous, is that it's the one that people are the least willing to fight on. If I go through the 5, you'll realize that some are, this is the one that paralyzes people. And they do it through the weaponization
That's why I like Carrie Lake. She's not afraid.
of name calling. And more so than any other time in American history, have we seen good people that are afraid to act because of a name that they might be called. It is unprecedented. We have never seen so many people that know something is evil happening around them, and the cost is being called something they wish they would not be called. Racist, bigot. Let me be very clear. Racism and bigotry is mostly coming from the left. However, if you are a racist or a bigot, I hope you guys find help with that. But you're probably not, because we have a supply and demand.
And I'm going to go further than that. I don't care if you're a racist or a bigot, as long as you don't violate my rights.
Yeah.
And that's really kind of my whole point. I'm going to play a little bit more. I think I'm going to get to it. But do you understand what I mean, Ray? A racist and bigot doesn't bother me as long as they respect my rights.
Yeah.
When you start violating my rights, that's when it's a problem. And usually it's the people who pretend not to be racist and bigots.
Yeah. I can still pray for them to make sure they find that, so they can find their way.
And problem for racism and bigotry in America. We are so unbelievably not racist. When you see a hate crime hoax, most of the time, it's a hoax of somebody that is actually trying to create racism out of nowhere. We are such a decent, not racist country that...
Yep. Somebody took that.
The incentive structure is to fake your own hate crime. So that's the second one. I'm sorry, Jurgen. You can interrupt me at any time.
So here it is, I
I'm
think.
loving this.
Okay.
This is like Bible college 101.
Yeah, so... Well, I think it's important because pastors and Christians, you must know the religions you're competing against, right?
Yep.
And so, anyway, that's the second one, the cult of diversity and the religion of anti-racism. The third of which is a very broad one, but it applies directly to the trans thing, which is the religion of tolerance.
Yes.
This is one that I see, this is probably the most widespread in weak Christian churches, right? Where they say we must be tolerant of
Gay
others.
churches.
That is not correct.
Yeah, we have to be tolerant of other. Whoa.
Did you see that thing I sent you a while back? Where I said, make no more gay churches. I literally I sent that to all you guys. So yeah.
Racist or a bigot, I hope you guys find help with that. But you're probably not, because we have a supply and demand problem for racism and bigotry in America. We are so unbelievably not racist. When you see a hate crime hoax, most of the time, the incentive structure is to fake your own hate crime.
Who said that?
That's the second one.
Somebody
I'm
in
sorry,
the chat?
Jurgen, you can interrupt me at any time. Okay.
Church,
I'm loving
like
this.
The White House. So, well, the White House in a way is a gay church itself, because Brandon invited all those drag queens to it. Remember?
Man, what a bad moment.
Like that
they actually had to apologize for that.
Like that one person literally had their shirt off, and you see the
he had to release a statement. That was a really bad historical moment for the White House. Very bad moment.
I didn't know about it till I went on Ed's show and he played that, and I was like, I literally turned away. I could not watch it. I literally cringed at it.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Pastors and Christians, you must know the religions you're competing against, right? And so, anyway, that's the second one, the cult of diversity and the religion of anti-racism. The third of which is a very broad one, but it applies directly to the trans thing, which is the religion of tolerance. This is one that I see, this is probably the most widespread in weak Christian churches, right?
Is it beyond
Where
Christian,
they say
though,
we must
Christianity?
be tolerant of others. That is not correct. You could be compassionate and loving. You should never tolerate evil, period. You should never tolerate evil. In fact, Psalm 97:10, if you love God, you must hate evil. That hating evil actually shows how much you love the divine. The religion of tolerance gives us insane, pathological ideas that are institutionalized into our culture, institutionalized into our system and our code of conduct, where good people know it's wrong and they do nothing because they say they must be tolerant. For example, Thomas, the swimmer that competes and wins a NCAA championship as a man against other women, and we say we must do nothing. Where track championship after track championship are being won by biological men competing against women. And not just competing, but winning. And they're bullying them, and they're antagonistic, and they're narcissistic, and they're cheaters, and they're all those things. And so some, criticism I receive is, well, Charlie, aren't you a Christian? Don't you love that person? Of course we do. That person's made in the image of God. We should have compassion for that person.
Yep.
However, the question is then, what do you do with somebody that is suffering with a mental delusion? If somebody shows up at the airplane ticket counter and says, I have an imaginary friend, I demand 2 seats on a plane. You would say, well, I need to charge you for 2 seats. No, it's my truth. It's actually,
that's a new one that I haven't heard yet.
You're insane. If someone is anorexic and says, I need liposuction, you'd say, no, you're suffering under a mental delusion. If somebody says I'm offended every single time I see other people eat in public, do we stop eating in public? Do we now reaccommodate society for other people's mental struggles or issues? What we are living through is that we now have to change our customs, our code of beliefs, our behaviors for people that are personally struggling with something.
Yeah, that's the clip I wanted to go. I really, that clip really stays with me. And I'm like, why not Charlie for president, to be honest with you? I'd vote for him before DeSantis in a heartbeat.
Yep.
Yeah, but you wanted to talk about, I took a little tangent there before we go out, getting late, especially over in your time zone. But what's going on with is my boy? So I used to watch First Take, if you don't know this show that was on ESPN. It was a great
Still
show.
is.
Well, it is. Well, you know why I say was is because to me it was over when Skip left. It was Skip Bayless, and it's just, that's just in my head. Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith. It was legendary. This was pre-Trump. So it wasn't all that politics and, this Disney woke politics in sports. It was an amazing show. Skip Bayless left. I used to listen to Skip. He used to fill in for Jim Rome and all that. He left, went to Fox, right?
Yep.
Fox Sports. And then Shannon Sharp, he was coming up and doing well. He had actually filled in sometimes on ESPN. Then he went over with Skip. Then now Trump is in office. We're well into the wokeness. George Floyd really made it go crazy. Shannon Sharp and Skip, are they good?
It was
Did
Colin
they fall
Kaepernick
out?
that made it go crazy.
Colin Kaepernick made it, especially in sports. Now, hopefully they don't have beef. Does Shannon and Skip, do they have beef, or are they?
They might still.
Okay.
I don't know for 100% fact because, like, Shannon left Fox. The reason why, because I don't know why for 100%, but Fox. Well, he still had a contract with Fox, but Fox bought him out of it, so they let him go pretty much. It was a mutual agreement from what I heard.
Yep. So now they're moving on. Those shows only have a certain lifetime. Now Shannon Sharp is going on. Is it done deal? It looks like a done deal. We'll debate. It's a debate show, but it's kind of a fake debate show, but it's entertaining. It's really good. Shannon Sharp. If you don't know Shannon Sharp, he is really bright. Really, really bright dude. And he has this show called Club Shay Shay that's really good on YouTube. But they're going to do the show. What do you think, Ray?
Shannon going to ESPN. I'm not surprised. It was speculated from the moment Shannon. It was heard that Shannon was going to leave Undisputed, that he was going to go to First Take, and the rumors just keep piling up. Stephen A. Smith was even saying out publicly on his own show that he hopes it happens, and now it's official. Starting when the NFL season, the regular season starts, he's going to be there on Monday and Tuesday. Now, he's not going to be there every day. He's only going to be there on Monday and Tuesday, debating Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, so I'll check it out and see. Hopefully it's not too – I don't watch ESPN much at all anymore. Yeah. It's just not the same to me.
Guess what? Who's going to become Skip's new debate partner now on Undisputed?
I didn't know that. Who?
Michael Irvin.
Oh, so they made that official. Okay. Michael Irvin's great. It's good. He
was on First Take, but then got pretty much that scandal that happened with him right before the Super Bowl, which there's no real evidence that he actually did anything wrong.
Was that with a working woman or something?
No, it was a woman at some hotel saying that he like
abuse,
some sexual thing or something like
Okay,
that,
okay.
which the video released, and there was no evidence of that whatsoever. So yeah, they and cost them a whole bunch of money from that as well. So
Yeah, yeah. I don't get into the he said, she said, but he's not in jail, so he's a free man.
and being a diehard Cowboys fan, I am kind of well. The thing was, Skip to me is not a real Cowboy fan. He just pretty much says he is. He's just an actor, really, for the most part.
Mhm.
Now, Michael Irvin is a true Cowboy, a true one, probably one of the best in Cowboy history. So
Yeah. Some other notes from
actually,
the article.
he is the best receiver in Cowboy history.
Michael Irvin?
Yep, he is.
Yeah, he's a beast. 88. Some other from that article, they said they're going to try a rotation with Skip. Richard Sherman, the excellent cornerback. Rachel Nichols, who I really like Rachel Nichols a lot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. And Keyshawn Johnson.
Keyshawn Johnson, yeah.
Who was
So
another former Cowboy.
those are all good people to kind of, we'll see who's good on TV, who's not, but those are all good names to have circle in. It looks like they're just trying to test it out because you kind of want to have a steady
Because
two people.
First Take isn't what it used to be anymore. Like
No.
even with Max Kellerman, at least as someone who had some knowledge, particularly with the boxing stuff, which Max Kellerman with boxing was
he's great. Oh, he's great with boxing.
and he got let. And it was Stephen A. Smith who pushed him out the door on First Take. Literally,
Yeah, that was
he didn't
weird.
he didn't want to work with him anymore. So
They just, I don't know. Did Stephen A. just think he wasn't good enough? I don't know.
there's a lot of theories and speculation. So
Yeah.
And then First Take is just Stephen A. Smith and Molly Karam and a whole bunch of rotating guests. So
Yeah.
it's not consistent in a lot of ways. So what makes a show like that so great is the consistency. Where we have the same people there all the time. Well, most of the time, unless they're on vacation, which that happens every now and then. But for the most part, it's the same people there.
Yep.
And you already know how the debates are pretty much going to go for the most part.
Yeah. So I'll check this new one out. I mean, Shannon Sharp he's just so on point. It's disappointing that he's going to be under a Disney umbrella. So that really hampers what you want to say. You can't be free there.
But he allowed the woke mob to get to him. So
Yeah.
So
Disney ESPN settled with Sage Steele recently. They kind of froze her out because I don't know if she's conservative, but she's definitely not woke. So they ran her up out of there, but she sued them and they settled out of court. So props to Sage Steele standing up for what she believes in. She spoke out when they were kneeling during the anthem, and she's not afraid to speak her mind.
Yeah. Like, did you see what was I going to say? Oh, did you notice how Fox has lost two of their big people, Tucker Carlson and Shannon Sharp? Probably their two big money grabbers. So
yeah, it's a changing. I mean, the world's changing. Bill Maher's doing his own thing now too, so he's got his own. I don't know, his YouTube podcast. I don't think HBO owns that.
I'm not a huge Bill Maher fan, so he's
he's in and out.
Democrat.
He has some great moments. And some terrible ones too. He had a terrible moment with Vivek just the other day.
And speaking of the NFL, he had a terrible moment on. I think it was Jack Del Rio. I could be wrong, but who was a coordinator for, I believe, for the Raiders or another team. I forgot which team it was, but he says he called January 6th a dust up compared to the Antifa BLM riots, and Bill Maher basically criticized him pretty much. Well, he says he says he has the right to say that, he has the right to be wrong and say it, but he doesn't think the NFL should have fined him. Which he says they should not have fined him, but he says he was wrong and that he has the right to be wrong. But and plus what he said was he wishes he could talk to him and explain him how what happened on January 6th was worse than the BLM Antifa riots, which makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's cool. I think that's it. That wraps it up, Ray. You got any news, thing you want to shout out to people, let them know where they can reach you, all that good stuff?
Oh, I advise you guys to check out the newest episode of my podcast. I had my good friend, I think you would love to have a conversation with him sometime, Osiris. His name is Danny Bat Sulkin. Let me pull the video up right here.
Pull it up. Yeah, let's.
You need to go because he's a real estate agent and he used to live in California and he moved his company, most of it to at least the Dallas area. So yeah, let me pull this up right here. right here.
All right, let's pull it up so we can promo Ray Studios on Rumble.
Yep, I'm pulling this episode up. Come on. This episode right here.
Okay, I see it.
This episode, I love doing this episode. This is my friend Danny Batsalkin, and he also has his own little YouTube channel, and he also has his own Twitter too. Which Osiris, I think you should probably go follow him because he talks a whole lot of stuff, man. I mean, he doesn't go as far as me, nothing like that, but like with the real estate market, he goes and talks about all of it.
Oh, that's good. What is his name? Danny. Danny.
Well, his Twitter handle is let me find it again.
I'm just gonna follow him right now.
Let me find it. Let me find his Twitter handle. It's because I've tagged you and him in a few memes I posted on Facebook.
Oh.
I mean on Twitter. But yeah, it's I am Dima24.
Okay, how do you spell Dima? D-E?
D-I-M-A.
Okay, D-I-M-A.
I am Dima24.
Okay.
You'll know him because you'll see his face is on his profile right there. Yeah, and you should reach out to him and try to get him on your show sometime.
Yep, I absolutely will. That's how we connect and build. I appreciate you for that.
Yeah. So you'll be a big fan of him, man. I'm letting you know right now. So yeah. And
Absolutely.
he even posted like a clip from the show too, which before we head out, we can play it if you want to.
Yeah, you can play it on the outro with go ahead right here.
Yeah, well, not he posted it on his own Twitter. So,
on his Twitter. Okay. Yeah, you can.
So guys, I suggest you go follow him here. Follow him as well because I have it right up here. So yeah, down here.
Oh, okay. Yep. There we go.
Yeah, go follow my friend Danny Batsalkin on Twitter. His handle is IamDima24. So yeah, he does a lot of interesting takes. I think all you guys would be interested in listening to and hearing about. So yeah. He took a little clip from the show that we did, and he posted it right here. So we can play it right before we head out.
Yep, you can play it on the outro.
Yep, right here. Here we go.
It's so critical that people get involved and participate in local school boards, local elections, because that's where it all starts. Like I'll give you an example. The town that I moved to, South Lake, we have a 100% majority conservative school board. Now it wasn't always like that. When I was coming here, there was a lot of argument. It was kind of a mixed board because people didn't really understand that you have to control your school board first. Because if you don't, what will happen is these leftists that get on the school boards and on the committees and the PTA and all this other nonsense, they will push all of these policies into the kids and into the school. And then that's how you get these kids that grow up indoctrinated and vote for all this crap.
Yeah, they'll push critical race theory and all these adult books in the school library. So
correct. So we eradicated all of that stuff from our schools, and our schools focus on education, not indoctrination. And that's the way it should be across the country. And so, I'm very thankful that we have that in our area. But again, everyone has to do that. The reason that the leftists have been able to infiltrate is because the folks on the right were asleep. They were like, oh, no one wants to be on the school board. No one cared about things like school board for a long time. And now they do, and people are seeing it. And actually, South Lake, where I am, is being used as a model for a lot of other areas on how to take over your school board, your educational system to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yep.
Excellent. All
Metalopoly, man, how you doing?
Oh, Metalopoly, you just came in?
Yeah, Metalopoly. If you have Twitter, I think you should go follow my good friend Danny Batsalkin here on Twitter. Like he was the guy that I just showed you right there. Like he has like I said beforehand, he has a lot of interesting takes, and him being a real estate agent, he gives a very interesting perspective about this from like the real estate market, like how politics affects it, and a lot of other things about it too. So yeah. And I'll put his hashtag right here on Twitter so you guys can go follow it.
Yes. Metalopoly says off topic, just saw a video where Fort Worth, Texas school board meeting just kicked a parent out, had him removed by security for reading a book in the library. it's to me it shows intent. They know what they're doing is wrong. Whenever I see that, we've seen a ton of clips like that, and they know what they're doing is wrong. They know it's evil, so they can't look at it. They can't let other people see it, and they can't even look at themselves.
Yeah. So yeah, about a Fort Worth, Texas school board meeting just kicked a parent out. Wow, for security. Like that kind of reminds you about that what was that county in Virginia that helped Youngkin get elected?
You talking about Loudoun?
Yeah, Loudoun County.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, where like that father literally got arrested because he got angry that the school board covered up his daughter being sexually assaulted.
Yeah, they're still covering it up. Still in the media. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a dangerous story to cover. Actually, Dr. Carlin Borisenko, I believe, broke that story, believe it or not. I believe she was the first one to break that whole story, if I'm not mistaken. And that was even dangerous to talk about on YouTube. They were very sensitive about that topic.
Yeah, that is
wow. But we're gonna be out, everybody. Thanks so much, Ray. Appreciate you. Always great, man.
Yeah. Yeah, can't wait to do it again, man. And you and the missus enjoy the Pantera concert tomorrow.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna be. I won't be able to do a live tomorrow night because I'm going, believe it or not. Well, I'm up till 1 right now, Mountain, so I should be able to stay up. We're going to see Pantera. Can you believe that?
Mm-hmm. Well, are we allowed to play a Pantera music song on this?
I play Pantera.
Play Pantera Walk.
That's the joint. Oh, yeah, that's what you gotta.
That's my all-time favorite song ever.
You know that they're gonna have to play that one. You go in their recent concert playlist, and you know they got that going. So let's go out. We're gonna be out with Pantera Walk. Peace.
Mm-hmm. Peace. Catch you guys later.
All right, Ray. Oh, you said
no.
Yeah. Pantera's lyrics are actually really anti-establishment. They're really kind of dope.
You know, they were actually accused of one of their songs being racist back in the 90s.
I don't agree with it. I thought it was more.
And one of the funniest comments I've seen, was these guys were accused of racism back in the 90s. They were well ahead of their time.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't vouch for them as far as racist or not, but the song that you're talking about, it sounded more like Martin Luther King Jr. to me than racism. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I'm off on that, but I don't care. I'm going to rock out to them. All right, Ray.
They're my favorite band of all time.
They're dope, man. Yeah, they're up there for me, too. All right, Ray.
I grew up listening to them with my dad.
Take care, everybody. Night.
Take care, brother. Peace.